What's up, boys? We have come so far on this channel. What started out as one Kids Are Stupid video quickly turned into 19, I think, some of which have become the most popular videos on my entire channel. So today, in celebration, I thought since we're nearing the end of the year, it's the last month, we'd go back and revisit some of these videos and just remember some of the best moments from Kids Are Stupid over these past year and a half that I've been making these videos. So let me know for this video what your New Year's resolution is in the comment section. Mine is to hit 1 million subscribers. I think that would be mine. I don't know if that'll happen. Probably not, but we'll try. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, grab a giant blue Gatorade, popcorn, and enjoy this feature-length film episode of r/Kids Are Stupid. Let's go. I wouldn't let her drink the chemicals under the sink. Yeah, man. Disappointing when you can't just, you know, drink chemicals that will literally kill you. Emily, Gwen, stop it. Stop. Me, Emily, why are you yelling at your sister? Emily, she won't stop talking and I don't want to hear her. Gwen, I just want to tell a story. Emily, no! Me, Emily, let Gwen tell a story. Emily, fine. Gwen, once upon a time there was a princess and her name was Emily. Emily says nothing. Gwen, Princess Emily had a beautiful smile. Emily, aw, that's so sweet. Gwen, then she got hit by a car. Gwen! What a beautiful story. I would tell that story to my children. It'd be a story that would get passed through all generations. And it would, you know, be just like a historic story in the family. Father's Day message. Kids, please don't rush things. We all love you. So always remember that even when you're dead... I'm so confused, dude. Dad, you're gonna die soon. The clock's ticking, buddy. You got like 50 years left. Just, you know, keep it in mind. Keep it in the back of your head. Don't let it slip. My brother had me convinced for a while that each person had to have a unique favorite color. And since his was blue, I had to change mine. On my first day of kindergarten, we had to introduce ourselves and say our favorite color. I was super stressed out because the kids in front of me picked the good colors. And I kind of panicked and told everyone my favorite color was gray. They're like, wow, this is possibly the most boring kindergartner I've ever met. We gotta get rid of this person. Throw him out the window. Get him out of here. I want him gone. No gray favorite colors in here. We can't have them. What will you remember most about kindergarten? We did math. That's my favorite part about kindergarten. When everybody just sat in a circle and we all did hard drugs. LMFAO. I'm trying to clean upstairs and the kids are playing in our room and daughter 4 is like, let's play a game. I'll be this doll. And son, 7 years old, is like, I'm just gonna be a sewer pipe so I don't have to get off the floor. I like this guy. I like this dude. He's got the right idea. When I was a kid, like 6, I thought that the reason actors got paid so much was because every time you wanted to watch a movie, they would have to act it out and stream it to you. Man, that would be so inconvenient. Imagine like Dwayne The Rock Johnson being like, oh my god, I wanted to spend today with my family, but no, people have to go to the movie theater, so I gotta spend all day, you know, acting it out. Don't laugh, but when I was little and it was pouring outside, I thought that God and Satan were fighting, so I used to get my belt and hit the ground so I could help the Lord out. I hate you, Satan. Get out of here. Go back to the underworld. We don't want you in my house. Hi, I got into your Google account. I am a hacker. Wink. P.S. I know who you are, so if you tell me, I will find you, and well, you know the rest. You know, idea who I am. Shh. 1! Shut up! Yeah, don't say it, man. You're gonna blow my cover. Stop snitching. That's not cool, dude. Kid in my son's class explained to me that she was sure he has 2 moms because he has the pretty mom and the other mom. She described each to me in some detail. Reader, both are me. Wow, I'm speechless. I'm so sorry that you are 2 different people. You actually have split personality disorder. Question 11. Peter has $4 and Ann has 30 cents. Who has more money? Peter. Explain how you know this. Peter. Well, can't argue with that reasoning. That's pretty sound proof right there that it's definitely Peter. 6-year-old is playing Portal for the first time. Daddy, when I win the game, I'll get cake. We're about to learn some life lessons in this house. The cake is a lie, people. That he's about to learn, and it's gonna crush him forever. That poor kid. Someone tell him before it hurts him even more. He's gonna be scarred for life. That moment when you find out the Golden Gate Bridge isn't actually golden. He looks so sad. He's like, you're telling me we came all this way to the Golden Gate Bridge and it's not even golden? Oh my god, I could have been playing with Legos this whole time, but no, it was a waste. That's me when I find out people kiss before marriage. Son, brushing teeth. Daddy, why don't we have to brush our other bones? Me, because they're inside of us and don't need it like your teeth do. Son, I want to brush my bones. Me. Son, I want to brush my bones, Dad. Me, please. Please stop saying that. Let the man brush his bones, Dad. Come on. My kid looking over my shoulder as I sign an email. You're not a doctor. Me. Yes, I am. What do you think I was studying for all the time while you were little? Kid. Oh, I thought you just liked reading books and crying. Wow. That was like such an unintentional roast, but man, she was probably like, yeah, no, sadly, I actually don't enjoy anxiety and stress. There was a spring in 2nd grade where every single recess I would walk out to the most remote part of the playground, die dramatically, and lie motionless for the entire 20 minutes. I was trying to trick a turkey vulture into coming down to eat me so I could grab it as a pet. It didn't work, but I still maintained the principle was sound. It sounds like you just kind of need friends. You're supposed to go to recess to like hang out with people, right? Not try to trick vultures into becoming your pets. This morning, the toddler was making fun of the baby for not being able to read, i.e., she's so little, she's tiny, she doesn't even know how to read a book. But the toddler also cannot read. That's just kind of like every when you're like trying to roast battle someone, you just like kind of roast people for the same thing that they could roast you for, and you're just kind of like, we just don't need to talk about that, you know? We can just leave that alone. The little boy I babysit just told me it should be easy for me to get a boyfriend because I can throw a fruit snack in the air and catch it in my mouth. I wish it was that easy, Austin. I really do. What do you tell him? It's not. It is that easy. It's exactly that easy. Come on. r/ask Reddit. What's your darkest secret? When I was very little, probably around 3 to 4, I used to play a game with my parents where I'd go to the bathroom and brush my teeth before bed. And when I got to my room, they'd pretend to be asleep and I'd find creative ways to wake them up. Being so young, I thought my dad was superhero style, indestructible. And in thinking so, I tried to try something that would hurt a kid like me but wouldn't harm him at all since he was big. I found a pencil laying on the desk and tried to stab him in the eye with it. Luckily, he was peeking and stopped me just before I did it. To this day, it gives me a sinking feeling in my stomach thinking about what might have happened. This man almost made his dad go blind in one eye over a game. This is why kids are just, I'm not doing them, dude. I'm not having them. My 7-year-old was tapping away on my Mac tonight and told me he was writing a book. I think you'll agree, it's a very good opening. The Killer Forest. One day, there were 7 pairs of underpants. They were not ordinary. They were evil. Oh, man. I can't wait to read Isaac's story. This sounds juicy. Also, the iFunny and Reddit logo combo, dude, that's like a wombo combo of nerds. My little brother literally gave my mom a bag of dirt as a present. He's like, man, I'm on a time crunch and my mom's birthday is tonight and I have no idea what to get her. I don't know what to do, dude. Wait, I have an idea. I'll just run out to the backyard and scoop up a bag of dirt and she'll love it. I swear. I think it's gonna be the greatest present ever. He's like, Mom, you're gonna love what I got you. And she's like, oh boy, I can't wait. He's so excited while she's opening it. She's like, wow, a bag of dirt. Do you like it? Yeah, it's great. I love it. r/ask Reddit. What is the stupidest way you've injured yourself? When I was a kid, we had a blue carpet in the living room. I had just watched a movie or show where the characters jumped into a painting, and I started thinking maybe if I believed really hard, the blue carpet would turn into a vast ocean. So I climbed up on the recliner and swan dove into the floor. I wish there was a video of this. This would be such a good video to watch. But no, sadly, this probably took place before... Wait, why am I talking about it like it's the 1960s? It's probably like in 2012. I was reminding my kids that this morning it was Valentine's Day today. J-Ron, 3-year-old, stands up on one leg. Teacher, like this. My boy thought I said balance time. Yes, guys, it is balance time day. The day where you all must demonstrate to me that you are capable of balancing. If you cannot do so, you are removed from the class permanently. So my daughter ripped her jacket yesterday and I told her I wasn't fixing it. Well, this is the little note she left me. If my coat not fixed when I came home, I'm gonna step on a crock. Finish the rest. Oh my god. That kid is gonna kill you. That is psychopathic behavior. Get out of that house right now. That kid is so demanding. Like, I need that coat. That coat is essential to me living as a person. If it's not fixed, then I can't live. Up until about a week ago, I thought Zimbabwe was a character in The Lion King. I'm 15. Wow, it sounds like you have some research to be doing. Hopefully, how are you 15? And throughout all your years of schooling? Because I'm 16, right? And you don't know that Zimbabwe is a country? What school are you going to, if any? My husband and I are surprising our 6-year-old by taking him to Disney for his birthday tomorrow. We've been in the car for 4+ hours and he still thinks we're on our way home from school. He keeps saying, looks like we're almost home. Bless his heart. Update. We've arrived to Disney World. He thinks we took a wrong turn and is very concerned about who is going to feed our cat.
I mean, at least he's a good kid, right? I mean,
the kid's like, man, I just want my cat to be fed. I don't care about Disney World.
Double update. Our husband forgot to feed the cat. So my 4-year-old nephew asked me to draw him Harry Potter. He then excitedly shouted, I'll do the legs. Oh my god.
Yeah, he skipped a very vital part.
Why do I feel like it looks like Carson with like bird legs sticking out of him?
Harry Potter, call me Carson, confirmed. My man's got like quite the mullet going on.
Me, spends time picking out stuffed animals I think my daughter will love and get attached to. My daughter, sleeps with and carries around a lemon.
Hey, whatever works. Whatever works.
At least it'll save him some money in the long run, right? No
right, I mean, you just, no more Christmas presents, no more birthday presents. Be like, you know, all these other kids are getting nice toys and princess dolls and all this stuff for their birthday. And they're like, what'd you get for your birthday, Lily? She's like, my mom got me a lemon. Toddler was asked to feed the cat.
Oh, no.
All these little kids are obsessed with fruit. That cat just looks like appalled by the fact that he was served an orange.
The cat, I think the cat's just equally confused. Like, I don't know what to do with this. Like, this is...
Am I supposed to fit this in my mouth somehow, or...?
We cracked the code to potty training our daughter. Spider-Man underwear. It took her picking out her own Spider-Man underwear to completely potty train herself. She won't have an accident because she can't go potty on Spider-Man. I can't believe that's all it took.
What about other superheroes? I mean, what if they got her, like, Iron Man underwear? Could she pee on Iron Man?
I feel like you could pee on Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man's definitely, like, a peeable guy.
Let's start rating superheroes based on their peeability.
The peeometer.
The peeometer.
That's what we'll call it. Spider-Man ranks at about 4 on the peometer. I'd give Iron Man about a 6.
Captain America, that's a 7.
Oh yeah, easily a 7. Hulk, 10. Maybe 11. This one's kind of, this one's funny. Currently throwing a huge stomping, screaming fit because I won't let him lick the inside of the dustpan.
What is wrong with kids, dude? Well, you know what's funny about this picture is you could caption that with either thing. You could caption it with that, or you could say, my son just licked the dustpan. Tell me that face doesn't look like that. That's the face I would make. It really looks like
the face you'd make after you licked a dustpan.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, that's exactly how I'd look if I just licked the dustpan.
Was on the bus the other day, and 2 kids about 10 were in front of me. One of them said that his parents won't let him get a dog, so he used to stare at the sun to try to make himself go blind so he could get a guide dog. No doubt he was waffling, but you have to admire his imagination. I mean, hey, that's determination. I have to respect that. Willing to go blind just so you could get a dog?
Yeah, I want the update, you know? Like, I want to read, like, the 1-year update.
Did he go blind? Does he have the dog now? Or is he just blind and his parents were like, no, we can't afford a guide dog?
Oh, the worst of both worlds.
That would just be so bad. Imagine you go blind just to get a guide dog and then you don't end up getting one. You went blind for nothing.
I remember thinking they did look a funny shade of green and didn't have a chocolatey smell. Schoolgirl's B&M advent calendar she's been eating for days was actually meant for cats. Oh.
Who makes an advent calendar for cats, first off?
Wait, yeah, that just totally registered in my head.
And second of all, why has she been eating this cat food for days without noticing that it tastes slightly off?
Yeah, like, if it doesn't taste like good, just don't eat it. I don't understand.
She's like, yeah, I guess now that I think about it, they did kind of look funny, like a shade of green, and didn't have a chocolatey smell. You should have known the second you looked at those things when they weren't green that they weren't chocolate. When I was about 10 years old, I used to spill my soda down the back of the theater aisle after the movie. My mom and brother worked as janitors, and I got angry at people for picking up their own trash because that would mean there would be no work for janitors.
Oh my, I mean, the worst part is, like, he's a kid, he doesn't know any better, so it's cute that he loves his parents so much, but my god.
That sounds like a nightmare. Spilling your soda on, like, the carpet in the back of the movie theater. When I was around 5 or 6, I used to eat candle wax because my grandparents were making candles for the village's church, and I thought it was caramel, and I ate half a bucket of wax before they stopped me. Oh, surely you gotta have some medical issues by now.
Yeah, like, does it just solidify in your stomach as just this ball of wax?
Hopefully it doesn't get, like, stuck in their intestines, and then, like, 20 years later, they go to the doctor for, like, a stomach ache, and they're like, why do you have like 2 pounds of wax in your intestines? Gotcha. When I was 5, I called 911, handed the phone to my grandma, and told her, it's for you.
Oh, the worst. To be fair, I feel like I'm almost positive when I was like 3, 4, or 5, I called 911 once, and they're like, "Hello, what's your emergency?" And I panicked and I hung up the phone. I know. I was like, "Uh-oh," I didn't think they'd answer. Just like hang it up.
You didn't think they'd answer? Imagine calling 911 and they just put you on like hold or like an answering machine.
I told my students to write "excuse me."
Do you even want to try reading those or?
I see. Excuse me. It call me.
What even is the last one?
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Maybe it's like Italian, like excuse me.
Audrey, 5 years old. Daddy, what's 150 million billion gillion gazillion million plus a million billion gazillion killion? Me, I can't answer that. Audrey quietly. I thought you knew math.
It's so sad because kids expect their parents to know the answer to literally everything.
Imagine the dad just replies with a straight up answer. He's like, oh yeah, it's 200 killion.
I think I was 7. I was misbehaving at dinner, so my parents sent me to my room. I was dramatic AF and cried out my window to the whole neighborhood. Then the window screen broke and I fell 2 stories. Oh no! I got up and rang the doorbell to tell my parents I fell out the window.
You fell 2 stories? Cried out my window to the whole neighborhood and then jumped out.
You had to have fallen in a bush to not have, you know. Oh my gosh, I've played too much video games. I was about to say taken fall damage. Oh my gosh.
She took fall damage. She obviously didn't take any fall damage.
I would have responded, did you take fall damage?
Mall Santas of Reddit. What is the weirdest thing a kid asked for Christmas? I worked as an elf when I was 15. One kid asked for a new liver. Apparently he was healthy, just wanted one to play with and stuff. This kid's gonna be a psychopath.
I was gonna say, they need to get this kid checked out. When I was a kid, my mom got tired of me asking her to buy me toys I saw in commercials. So she told me it was against the law to buy a toy that has been advertised on TV. So whenever we were at the mall and I saw a toy I wanted, I would spend the rest of the day watching commercials to see if it was legal for my mom to buy it. Oh, there's definitely products to this day that person still avoids because it's just like ingrained in their head. Like, oh, I saw a commercial for that.
Dude, like me for the Kinder Eggs. Every time I see a Kinder Egg in a store, I'm always like, why are they selling that? That's illegal.
Wait, they're not illegal anymore?
Yeah, they re-legalized them.
Thank God they re-legalized Kinder Eggs. That's really what was wrong with this country. That was holding us back.
This is the forefront of our country's issues, was Kinder Eggs being illegal. Daniel L. When I grow up, I want to be carried away by owls.
Oh no!
When taken where?
He just looks like he's ascending. Like, imagine this as a cave painting. Like, yes, he's ascending into heaven with the owls. Like,
the sky literally parts around him in a circle.
They don't tell you this was written by a 30-year-old man.
Daniel L is actually a middle-aged man.
Both my aunts' names are Nancy. Until I was well into my tweens, I truly believe that in addition to the aunt, all aunts were also called Nancy. That's pretty funny, actually.
Everybody has an Aunt Nancy. My little sister ran up to this bottle and asked me why they were collecting Elsa's pee.
Why Oh, it's Elsa's on the bottle. I was like, why Elsa specifically?
Elsa got that juicy juice. I mean, Elsa, bro, she needs to drink some water.
Like, yeah, if that's the color of her pee, she's got a problem.
she definitely needs she needs to get that checked out for sure. For someone who's the king of ice, which is frozen water, she sure doesn't drink much.
3rd-degree burn bath challenge. Oh my gosh. What is that actually allowed on YouTube? Is that
I guess.
I need to look and see if this video still exists. Hold on. Actually, I don't even want to. I'm going to incognito browser this because I don't want someone like thinking I'm weird.
They're going to be like, Droma, we have reports of you searching 3rd-degree burn bath challenge. Can you tell us what that's all about? Dumbest rumor you've heard about yourself. When I was in middle school, people were saying that I was homeschooled, even though I went to school. That's a little bit unfortunate. He just walks into class one day and they're like, oh, look, it's Mr. Homeschooled. And he's like, I literally go here. What do you mean? I've gone here for like 2 years. Why am I suddenly homeschooled? And they're like, haha, homeschool. Dine-in, server, William D. 1, kids mac and cheese. Make it more orange in color if possible. I don't know, dude. Just kill me. Small, medium margarita, garlic, sliced tomato, spinach, small. Just make it more orange. Whatever you're gonna do. If you gotta pee in it to make it more orange, just do it. It doesn't matter. I just need this mac and cheese orange as possible. We can't find my 6-year-old's glasses. Today we asked him where they are. He said, and I quote, I threw them in the garbage yesterday. The lenses were dirty. $400. See ya. This kid's just like, oh, great. The lenses are dirty. Time to throw the whole glasses away. Once when I was like 9, I went to a Mexican restaurant and there was a hole in my tortilla. For some reason, the most logical thing for me to do was just cry. Now my entire family bullies me relentlessly every time they see a tortilla. Wait, are you telling me every time that this family sees you with a tortilla, they just bully you relentlessly? They're like, haha, you're such a loser for crying when you were like a kid. How dare you? Haha, tortillas are your worst nightmare.
r/ask Reddit. What was the dumbest thing you thought as a kid?
My cousin used to tell me the doors to his closet were big white chocolate bars, and I believed him, but he said I could never try to eat them. But one day, I snuck into his room and tried to bite those doors, and it wasn't working, and I got so mad I just pooped in his closet. Listen, bro, sometimes you just need to, like, relax and, you know, just, I guess, alleviate some of the stress. And people do that in different ways. If that's just your way of doing it, then so be it. When I was little, I used to catch shower water in my mouth. My mom found out and told me I shouldn't do that because shower water is actually pee from bats in the attic. I never did it again, but still thought it was okay to shower in bat pee. Yeah, wait, your mom was just like, I mean, at least he won't drink it anymore. He'll think he's showering in bat pee for the rest of his life, but who cares, right? As long as he's not drinking it. One time when I was snowboarding with my dad, one of the big trail map signs had a "You Are Here" sticker, so I asked how they knew where we were, and I think that's when he knew I was gonna be an idiot. They're just like, how in the world is this map tracking me? How does it know where I am? It's not a piece of technology. How am I supposed to, what? This award for originality goes to my 6th grade student that tried to sneak his Apple Watch in a class by telling me he is on house arrest and has a court date. Eyes roll. SMH, give me that watch and it's detention, sir. This man, imagine like being like 6th grade and you're under house arrest for like, I don't know, cheating on your homework. And then your teacher like makes fun of you on Facebook. What teacher does this, by the way? Like what teacher just goes and puts their students on Facebook? I don't think that's like what teachers are kind of supposed to do, but you know. Pretty sure my 9-year-old son just tried to okay boomer me, but what he actually said was, whatever, beamer. Also, I was born in 78. Listen. See, the parents just don't get it. At this rate, if you're over 20 years old, you're a boomer. I'm sorry. I know it hurts. I know it hurts. It's just kind of how it is. Listen, man, I don't like it, okay? I don't think the boomer meme is funny anymore, but that's just how it is. My cousin, 3 years old, decided to tell me to shut up, so I told her I was going to tell Santa she said that to me and put her on the naughty list, so I changed my friend contact to Santa and called them. She has been screaming and crying for the past 20 minutes. Please, don't tell Santa I said that. I swear I didn't say a bad word. I swear. My mom was teaching First Holy Community class, and a kid asked her, how many communions do you have to do before you've eaten a whole Jesus? Probably a lot. I mean, those things aren't very big, and I don't know how tall Jesus was, but if he was the size of an average human, I mean, one of those things probably wouldn't even be, like, as big as his finger. That'd be, quite a lot of them. And I don't know if this kid, why is he so interested in eating a whole Jesus? That just seems a little bit off to me. My 11-year-old son made a nail gun with his mate using a Nerf gun. Apparently, it works quite well. Why does he look so pleased with the fact that he was able to injure himself with a nail through a, like, kid? Don't you have better things to be doing with your time than that? Like, that is literally through your... Is that through his hand? That thing is through his hand. Look at that x-ray. Letting my 4-year-old play Mario Kart had some unexpected effects. Last night, he told me he was afraid of the storm, as there might be lightning, and he is already small and does not wish to shrink even more. Dude, I'm telling you, I don't think it'd be fun to get struck by lightning and spin out in a circle and then drive for a little bit and then like when in 5 seconds you just get big again. I mean it's kind of just inconvenient, you know? 7-year-old girl. I love airports because they're like magic gateways to all the other places. Mom, yes they are. You could be a pilot when you grow up. 7-year-old girl. No, that's boring. I want to be a suitcase. Hey, I mean, live up to your dreams. If that's what you want to do, then I don't believe that she can't do it. I mean, hey, they say anything's possible, right? They wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. So go ahead, 7-year-old girl, become a suitcase. Maybe be the first 7-year-old to become a suitcase. You'd make history. My son stayed arguing on Fortnite, telling people to drop their location as if he has transportation to get there. So I told him to stop doing it. I walked past his room today, and he's giving out my address. He got to go. Hey, today we dropping at Salty Springs at this address. When I was in kindergarten, there was this boy I liked, so one day I decided to shoot my shot and kiss him on the cheek. Later that night, I started thinking about it, and I came to the realization that I was pregnant now. It freaked me out so bad that I went crying to my dad, but I never told him why I was crying because I was terrified for him to figure out why his 5-year-old was now pregnant. I came up with this elaborate plan that I was just gonna hide it and have the baby secretly. Around the same time, I was practicing kissing on a wall of my bedroom, and the same thought went through my mind. Not only did I think we got pregnant from kissing, I thought I'd get pregnant from kissing my wall. Oh no. This girl, she's just in a lot of moral dilemmas right now that she just needs to figure out, and I wish her the best. 4-year-old. I am never, ever eating breakfast. Me. You need breakfast to be healthy. 4. No. Me. Fine. You'll be iron deficient. 4. No, I won't. You don't even know what that means. Me. Yes, I do. I'm a doctor. 4. No, you are not. You are my mommy. How's your morning going? Well, I do appreciate you asking. It seems like mine's going a lot better than yours, even though it's 9:09 p.m. at the time of me recording this, so it's not exactly morning, but I appreciate the thought, Manaka. My 9-year-old is making muffins from a box. He threw away the box, then went back to retrieve the box to reread the directions 3 times now. He is right on the track for adulthood. He's learning his ways early on in his life. He's just a young prodigy. He's gonna do a great job at adulting when he gets older. This boy does not play with toys. Ever. He spends hours on end playing with my Instant Pot and Vitamix. Every chance he gets, he sneaks into the bathroom and gets the toilet bowl brush. Today, I bought him a brand new, but most importantly, clean toilet brush. I should have gotten him one for Christmas. He has hardly put the thing down and cries if anyone tries to take it. This is gonna be the type of kid that grows up and just has like, his house looks like the Progressive commercials where it's literally just like a white barren room. This man's gonna be like living in Squidward's like future Chrome area. My brother's toothbrush is over the past month. Why is he so angry? Does dude even still have teeth? Oh my god, this man parted that thing. His toothbrush bristles look like caterpillars. That's how much this man... Chill out, dude. His gums are probably destroyed. Just spent the past half hour chasing a naked person around the house. She took off her diaper. The best part, I was distracted for a second and she peed on the ground and started rubbing her hands in her pee. Then when I yelled at her, she tried to run and slipped on her puddle of pee. Oh my god, this house just sounds like a house of chaos. I don't really know if I'd want to live here, to be honest. I'll just say it would never get boring. Please tell me I wasn't the only kid that used to believe that the teachers lived at the school. I used to think that too. 0%. You were a stupid child. 100%. I'm gonna have to agree. 2-year-old. Papa, come chase me. Come get me. Runs across the room. Me. Okay, I'm coming to get ya. Slowly walk toward her. No, Papa, save me. Runs into my arms. Me. You want me to save you from me? Yeah, whatever 2-year-old this is should be a movie director. They know how to write a plot. I mean, that's a crazy plot twist. You think that they're not gonna save you, and then they do? Like, dude, I would pay to see that movie. Well, that's usually how movies work, but I would still pay to see it. Cops of Reddit. What was the funniest thing you've seen someone do because they noticed you? My nephew, when he was like 7, used to always drop to his shoes and quickly tie them whenever he saw me. Apparently, my sister-in-law told him that it's illegal to have your shoes untied. I remember back when I was a kid, I was kind of late to like knowing how to tie my shoes, and I thought that I was gonna be the only person in college that didn't know how to tie their shoes, and I was like freaking out because I'm like, everybody else knows how to tie them except for me. What am I gonna do? According to my 4-year-old, the bus driver has his window open beside him so he can hear the passengers saying thank you when they get off the bus. This person's 4-year-old definitely plays way too much Fortnite, and they always definitely press the thank you bus driver option. It's kind of disappointing, but I mean, at least they're teaching them how to be polite, right? It's not all bad. I was playing volleyball in the gym with the kids, and this little boy got hit in the head, and I was like, oh geez, you okay, dude? And he just said, yeah, I'm real strong. Watch this. And punched himself in the face. I said to be gentle with his brain, and he told me, no, really, it's okay, look. And I had to physically block him from slamming his forehead into the brick wall. Hey man, he's gotta show you he's tough, man. He's gotta show you what he's made of. Come on, you can't just belittle him like that. Jeez. You're gonna make this strong, burly man look like a weakling in front of everybody, and he can't stand for this. Father in need of... Oh. I thought that said father in need of 9-year-old. Like, I don't know if... I don't know if that makes any sense. Father in need after 9-year-old son spent $2,800 on V-Bucks. $80 raised of $2,800 goal. My son thought he found a hack to get free stuff through the Apple Store on his iPhone. The hack was bypassing security protocols to obtain $2,800 through my checking account. Through this, he procured online app assets on his phone. Present day value of acquired sets is $3.51. His current concerns are how long he will be grounded from Xbox and his lack of access to iTunes. I mean, bro, when you're a kid, man, that's all that really matters. Games and music. Like, other than that, dude, I don't know what even matters. I am glad the 3-year-old next door gave my car racing stripes. The added Sharpie has increased the speed of my car tenfold. I mean, yeah, it's proven fact that the car's speed has now been cybernetically increased by about 5 miles per hour. Wait. That's like nothing, never mind. 4-year-old daughter tried to jam me up today. Kid, Mommy, why is your bra in Daddy's car? Me, what? The missus hit me with a killer side eye. She ain't even been in my car in weeks. Me, ain't no bra in my car. Kid, yeah, cup thingy with straps. We all go to the garage and look in car. She is wearing a surgical mask on her thingy boob. I just think it's funny how the kid thought that she only had one on. Like, she didn't have two. It was just this one. My baby cousin was playing a game on his iPad, and when he lost, he got so mad that he bit a hole in it. Ah, yes, a gamer in the making. A gamer rager just waiting to be born. The second this kid gets a hold of a PC, it's gonna be game over. No pun intended. We went into the basement for a tornado. My 3-year-old thought we were hiding from a tomato. Honestly, that scared her even more. I don't blame her, man. Tomatoes are pretty scary fruits. I mean, because they're not vegetables. Every time I pull up to Subway and they ask what I want on my sub and I take a look at the tomatoes, I just kind of scream and run out of the building. So I've never actually had Subway because I just get scared. Okay, this caption for this next post is, I handed this to my teacher in 6th grade. I am awesome. I love hamburgers. I hate germs. I need food. I adore video games. I have a house. I crave candy. I like the smell of whiteout. That picture is really cursed. This kid has a house already. This man is a homeowner when he's in 6th grade. Now that's what I call being an entrepreneur, man. I respect this kid. So when I was like 9, I went up to my mom and asked, Mom, do movie companies hire depressed homeless people to kill for their death scenes? Or something like that dumb crap. I keep thought that death wasn't made with CGI or acting. Imagine these movie companies just taking a stroll down the street, just be like, all right, anybody, we are hiring for our next death scene. If you hate being homeless and want an escape, we got that for you. Just come on down to the office and we'll get you hooked up. Me, hey, can I ask you a question? How much chromosomes you got? Sure, chromosomes? Tell me. Yes. Oh, holy, unlike you, dude, that kid has a lot of chromosomes. I don't even know how he could type that. I feel like you wouldn't have the mental, like, capabilities to type a message if you had that many chromosomes. It's honestly a medical miracle that kid is even on Discord. Jeez, man. A couple years ago, my sister, mom, and I came home to find a dirty sock in the fruit bowl filled with something crunchy and tied closed. We also found one in the baking cupboard and behind the TV. We found cornflakes inside 2 of them, and the other was filled with the silver balls that you use to decorate cakes. We decided that it must have been our younger sister, so we called her. She denied it at first, but eventually broke down crying over the phone, embarrassed, and said that she was just very bored. She was 14. She hates us bringing it up. This sounds like something like a toddler would do, but no, it's like someone who's like literally a teenager. When I was a kid, I thought that literally 1 human year is equal to 7 dog years, so that dogs experienced everything at 7 times the speed of us. So when we boarded our dog for a week-long trip, I was sad because I thought he was going to think we left him for 49 days. I mean, to be honest though, dogs think that, like, if you go to the store for like 15 minutes and come back, they think that you left them for like 10 years. They're like, oh my god, you finally made it back. I'm so happy that you've been gone for like 3 years. It's like, dude, I went to the store to grab milk, man. When I was a kid and I went swimming in the lake, there was a random kid who just shouted, I hate water, especially wet water, as opposed to the dry kind of water. This kid has actually figured out that there is 2 types of water. He has made a shocking scientific discovery. On my first day of kindergarten, I wanted to get my teacher something as a gift, so I made a pillow out of papers and staples and gave it to her. That is creativity at its finest. Yes, and I don't know how comfortable that'd be to sleep on, though. I feel like sleeping on a ball of staples would just not be very comfortable. So my sister came home from school one day and told us that she was going to become vegetarian because she saw a video about meat companies and how they were bad for the earth. But we all knew that it wouldn't last. Sure enough, at dinner, we had hot dogs and she ate them. We asked her, what about being vegetarian? She said that it wasn't her fault and that we forgot to make her a vegetarian meal. So we said that she should make her own. At breakfast the next morning, we had bacon and eggs, but we told her she could only have toast and eggs instead. But that was the last straw for her. She smelled that bacon and decided that she would be vegetarian, but not during meals. I guess that means that she just goes around her school and is like, yeah, guys, I'm a pretty adamant vegetarian. You know, I do a lot of stuff that vegetarians do. And they're like, so what? You don't eat meat? And she's like, no. During meals, I'm not. I don't do that during meals. Everyone rate this 1 star, so 1 star. Rate this 1 star because as soon as it gets to 1 out of 5 stars, rating it gets removed from the App Store. Come on, everyone follow Rima's lead. We got this. We can get whatever app this is taken off the App Store. It's probably like Google Classroom or TikTok or something, but we can do it. In India, there's a superstition where if you're walking along a road and a black cat crosses in front of you horizontally, you'll have bad luck. So, as I was told by my friends, you either go quickly and cross it before it crosses the road, or you let it cross the road. Stand still for 3 minutes and then move. I still remember my sister and I standing in the middle of the road, counting from 0 to 180. We've done this for like 10 to 20 times. It's a miracle they haven't gotten hit by a car with that India traffic, man. I'm surprised. Good intentions. Treasured 5,000-year-old Norwegian rock carving destroyed by well-meaning kids. For 5,000 years, one of the world's earliest carvings depicting skiing endured rain, wind, and snow on the coast of a Norwegian island. But it took only minutes for 2 children to destroy the historic landmark Friday in a mishap that locals are calling a tragic incident. Really, the kids were just trying to help. They thought that the etching had become too faded, so they decided to scratch over it to make it easier to see. You know, our 5,000-year-old Norwegian ancestors are like, no! Our rock carving! Why did you have to do that? No! This is me. I am in kindergarten. Holy... Dude, this kid is Pikachu. He's real, guys. Pikachu is real. Oh my god. But why is he in kindergarten? I don't know if Pokemon belong in kindergarten. I feel like that doesn't really make a lot of sense. I tried one time to use mouthwash and brush my teeth at the same time because I thought that the cleaning effects compounded. Had to tilt my head back to prevent spitting mouthwash everywhere. Ended up choking on the most disgusting mint slurry I've had the displeasure of tasting and vomited out the rest 2 minutes later. That was the day my throat taught me what frostburn feels like. What were you thinking, man? I know the subreddit is called Kids Are Stupid, but like, dude, come on. Like, you gotta know better than that. Chicken comes from a bird. Turkey comes from a bird. And when I was a little kid, I thought there was a bird called a ham. I thought a lot of dumb things like that as a kid. Dude, he has discovered a new bird. That ham that you guys have in your fridge, yeah, it can actually fly. I know, right? It's crazy, but it has a beak and it can fly. If one day you go in your fridge and see that your ham is just randomly gone, it's because it flew away. And then I was getting my phone. Her phone? I don't even have a phone and I'm 10 and she's like 5. Edit. Oh my gosh, thanks for the likes, even if it's only 3. Edit 2. I never got 7 likes, so thanks so much. Edit 3. Thank you guys so much. You have made my day. Edit 4. Thanks so much. I never ever got more than 1 like. God bless all of you. Edit 5. Thanks for 15 likes. Edit. Thank you all for 42 likes. I thought people would just ignore this, so thank you again. This is the most thankful person I've ever met in my life, and they better keep updating because now it's at 132 likes, and I'm gonna need some updates. I'm gonna need some more thanks. As a kid, I liked to eat. Like, really liked to eat. So much so that I would eat until I threw up, and my parents had to ban me from eating more. My dad would always tell my Nana that I couldn't eat anymore, but she always assumed it was because she was being mean. So when I was left home alone with her, she let me eat everything I wanted. I proceeded to eat so much I puked on the carpet. That has got to be really unhealthy. Like, actually, like, legitimately. I don't think you're supposed to eat that much. So a couple of weeks ago, my little cousins were on a walk and they found dandelions, so both made a wish. Older. What did you wish for, younger? I wished for this horrible virus to end. Younger. I wished for makeup. They found more and wished again. Older. I wish for this horrible virus to end. Younger. Did you wish for something not selfish? Younger. Well, kind of. I wished for big makeup. Why does this... I feel like this reads like some, like, fake, like, Indian meme. Like, I don't know. I feel like the bottom of this should have, like, give this girl a medal with, like, Obama. When I was 10, I told my mostly white class that I was Japanese, and a little white girl raised her hand and said, "You can't say Japanese. You have to say Asian." And everyone agreed. Well, I'm glad we could, you know, come to a consensus here that it's better to say Asian instead of Japanese, because as a Japanese person, you should know that yourself, okay? Are there any objects that you might want to take with you to more than one class? Why? My shoes, because I'm not an idiot boomer. Roasted! Got him! Yeah, dude, all those boomers, man, they're just a bunch of idiots, dude. They don't know anything about the kid generation. They're just some stupid idiots. I just want you to know, I went to put the Roomba on the charger, and in that 1 minute, Audrey took her diaper off and was sucking the pee out of it. I almost puked everywhere. Dude, I swear, you look away from kids for like 1 minute, and they're just doing something insane. Like, I would look away from my kid for like 1 minute, and he would be liberating the failed state of Israel. Like, I don't even know, dude. When your kid doesn't eat, so you buy JoJo stickers and stick them on every food so she thinks it's her brand. Hashtag whatever works. Hashtag picky diva. Hashtag JoJo Siwa spaghetti. That's an interesting, that's an interesting hashtag. Yeah, I wonder how many tweets have gone up on the internet about hashtag JoJo Siwa spaghetti. That's gotta be like a trending thing almost every other day. I was in a cinema watching Black Panther with some of my friends, and behind us there was a group of about 12-year-olds that were babbling during the movie, kicking seats, etc. Nothing out of the ordinary. When Stan Lee cameo came in, one of them yelled, "Yo, that's Stephen Hawking!" And the rest of them agreed. Never once in my life have I had the urge to dump popcorn on a child in my life. I'm pretty sure that's Stephen Hawking, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. Who is this Stan Lee guy? I don't even know who that is. When I was 10, my school didn't have toilet paper in the bathroom, so I used my undershirt to wipe myself. I would go around with a big wet stain on my undershirt every day for at least a month. It wasn't until one day my mom found out about it by smelling urine on my dirty undershirt. Needless to say, I'm glad I got grounded for it. I was a stupid effing kid. I mean, honestly though, how is this even your fault, dude? You're 10 years old and your school doesn't have toilet paper? Like, how are you gonna blame a 10-year-old kid for wiping their hands on their shirt when there's no toilet paper? Bought a Costco sheet cake because I figured we could use some cheer around here. Tyler completely freaked out, demanding to know whose birthday it was. I explained that you can just buy a cake when you want if you're a grown-up, etc. Long back and forth. Eventually agreed it's my birthday. Yep, sorry, you can't get cakes if it's not your birthday, so it's officially your birthday now. Congrats, happy birthday. How do you tell your mom that you got a hammer stuck in your mouth? She just looks like so bored. She's like, man, I've had this thing in my mouth for like 5 hours now and I don't know how to get it out. My question is, how do you get it in there in the first place? And like, wouldn't you just get it out the same way you got it in? Because like, you got it in there somehow. I don't know how, but you managed to do it. r/ask Reddit. Parents of Reddit, what is the weirdest thing you caught your children doing? At the time, I was pregnant with my second child. I walked past the bathroom and heard my firstborn son, who was about 1.5 years old, in there making coughing sounds. I go in to look and he was standing by the toilet coughing into it. I had horrible morning sickness and he was mimicking me throwing up. Dude, this like he's low-key getting into acting. I think that this kid deserves an Oscar for being able to perfectly replicate his mother, guys. Congratulate this man on his Oscar. It's just absolutely crazy. Once a little boy sent me a charming card with a little drawing on it. I loved it. I sent him a card and I drew a picture of a wild thing on it. I wrote, "Dear Jim, I loved your card." Then I got a letter back from his mother and she said, "Jim loved your card so much he ate it." That to me was one of the highest compliments I've ever received. He didn't care that it was an original Maurice Sendak drawing or anything. He saw it, he loved it, he ate it. When you love something so much, you eat it. Now that's the highest form of flattery, to be honest. I know that whenever I like a gift that somebody gave me, I make sure to eat it. They always get a weird look on their face, like they're, you know, a little bit surprised that I would do it. But to be honest, like, I don't know why, it's pretty flattering, at least to me. I'm writing a condolence card. Gregory, 5, asks what I'm doing. I'm writing a note to say how sorry I am that my friend's mom died, I say. He pauses for a very fraught moment and then asks, "Oh," so tentatively. That's just to be kind, right? You're not the one who did it. Yeah, the mom, this is actually the person who killed the mom, and then she's writing a condolence letter to say, hey, sorry that she died. I know I killed her and all, but, you know, I apologize. I thought about it, and it wasn't very cool of me, so I hope we're still homies, you know? Now, we're gonna take a deep dive into a 4-year-old's YouTube search history. Poop. CWC. Diarrhea sounds. Diarrhea. Poop sounds. 2 WE's DWD. Get your gurg. Can we just clap it up for the amount of intellect that this little person possesses? Let's be honest though, come on. Everybody when they were 4 thought poop was like pretty funny. I still do, dude. I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's just funny, man. I'm sorry. 4 has been carrying a small notebook around all day. She opens it, writes small scribbles, and quickly closes it back up. She's calling it her secret diarrhea. And maybe someday I'll correct her, but definitely not today. Dude, I used to think that diarrhea was spelled diarrhea too, man. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. It's just, what is it with 4-year-olds and diarrhea, dude? I don't get it. Like, do they just have like, is 4 just the secret age where you just become overly obsessed with like liquid poop? When my Yu-Gi-Oh card said, destroy this card, I actually ripped it. Gotta get rid of it, dude. It's gotta go. Otherwise, it's gonna implode. My son thinks the letters and gifts from mom on Animal Crossing are from me. I don't have the heart to tell him they aren't from me. I get hugs and kisses every time he gets one. That's kind of wholesome. That's a wholesome 100 Reddit moment, guys. Wow. What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be Michael Jordan when I grow up. What do you need to achieve your dreams? 1, get bigger. 2, shave my head. 3, be black. Yeah, good luck with that, man. I don't know about that third one. That might be kind of hard. But, you know, I'm not gonna try and stand in the way of your dreams. If that's what you aspire to do, then hey, man, all for it, dude. I support it. My dad's name is Aaron, so when I was little and he said he was going to run errands, I heard errands and figured out that adults just call the chores they had to do by their own name. And to this day, I still secretly think of my chores as Ellie's. 6-year-old son. Daddy, I found something, but I'm not gonna tell you what because you'll tell me to stay away from it. Don't worry though, I'll be fine. Okay then, sounds good. Update, it's some kind of animal's egg. He's right, I did tell him to stay away from it. Update, I went to take a look and it turns out it's just a rock. My son insists it's either a snake egg or a dragon egg, but no, it's definitely a rock. He does not have to stay away from it, it turns out. Hey, you don't have to, let him believe, man. Let that imagination run wild. If he wants to believe some stupid petal is like a dragon egg, dude, then just go ahead, man. Let the kid think about whatever. When my youngest brother was little, he was being bullied and went to my parents for help. They told him, sticks and stones may break my bones. Then they asked him to finish the phrase, and he said, but change and whips excite me. He seriously thought that was the second part. Oh no. Oh no. Why is he just, no. That just made me so unbelievably uncomfortable, man. I don't even know how to explain it. My sister decided today that she wants microwave cheese in burger buns. I cut the bread, put cheese between the 2 buns, and then put it in the microwave. I set it for 1 minute and wait. Then I take it out and told my sister it was ready. She complains that she will not eat raw cheese because usually the cheese turns yellow. I put it in the microwave again. As I take it out, she says again that it's raw after hearing the microwave twice. She proceeds to microwave it herself. After barely 10 seconds, she takes it out and says, now that's what I call cheese. Listen, hey, you don't know how to cook cheese? I'm not gonna eat it raw, alright? I gotta cook it right. I ain't eating no raw cheese. If I eat raw cheese, dude, it could make me sick. Kids police. Fake call app. 1 star. Horrible. Police didn't come. This man literally had the app title called Fake Call App, and he's like, are you what? They didn't come to my house, man? This is fake news, fake false advertising. When I was younger, I never used to lick the yogurt off of yogurt lids because I saw a documentary once in it, and there were clips of bears rootling through people's bins, and in one of them, a bear found a yogurt lid and was licking the yogurt off. I would be like, this is for the bears, and scoop a little extra onto the lids before I put them in the bin. Mom kept telling me, bears don't live here, but I kept doing it. Just in case. Gotta do what you gotta do, man. If the bear wants yogurt, the bear's gonna get the yogurt. I remember in 1st or 2nd grade, I was trying to make finger swords. So I used my middle fingers as swords and said to my classmates, guys, look, I have swords. And this one kid said, ooh, I'm telling. And I was confused why he said he was telling because at the time, I didn't know what the middle finger meant. So when I asked why he was telling, he said, you put the middle finger. And I asked, why is that so bad? So he told me what it was, and I got really scared when he told the teacher, so I started to cry, saying I didn't know what it meant. And when the teacher went away, I put my hands in the desk and made my finger swords with the middle finger again. Gotta do it in secret now. Now the kids are on to you, and they know your plan. Hello, sir. My name is Sheen from Xbox. Microsoft has been reset because of some problem. You need to send me your email and password so we can add you back to Xbox database. If you ignore, your account will be gone forever. Thank. Oh, God. It's Sheen, guys. This is like the leader of Microsoft. This is guys like Bill Gates' distant cousin. Sheen invented Xbox. We can't ignore this message. He knows what he's doing. He will eliminate our account. My 4-year-old cousin is freaking out because we went to a restaurant and the forks had 3 prongs instead of 4. Every time someone said the word fork, she said, no, it's a threek. I can't wait for this kid to be old enough to use Tumblr. I don't even know, like, I don't really understand this one, to be honest. I'm just gonna assume that Tumblr has some weird thing with a threek, and I don't know, I don't want to know what it is. 6-year-old, do dragons fart fire? Me. I don't know. 6. I thought you went to college. Yeah, that's the first thing they teach you guys in college is if dragons fart fire or not. And in fact, they do. The story behind this picture has me rolling. And here's the picture. So there was this episode of Hannah Montana when Jackson pretended he lost his memory. So me in the 2nd grade wanted to do it too. I had slipped and fell, in quotations, in the bathroom at school. Then I told my parents I couldn't remember anything they told the teacher. Then I went to the nurse. Then I went to the hospital. They was doing hella tests. Whole time I'm faking it. I kind of respect the dedication. I'm not gonna lie. Look at it. They got her all hooked up and everything, and she's just faking everything. You know for a fact, though, when they find out that this is all fake, they're never gonna trust her ever again. Anytime she says she's sick or she's not feeling good, they're gonna be like, yeah, right. What, did you watch another episode of Hannah Montana? Hashtag moms of Instagram. I would just like to thank the person who told my daughter that when she lies, her eyes turn a different color. Now she squeezes her eyes shut every time she lies, and my job just became a whole lot easier. That is 200 IQ, I'm not gonna lie, man. That's smart. Kids think they're smart and sly when they lie, but, you know, as the name of the subreddit states, they are actually just incredibly stupid. You know what? And that's okay. How to lose at hide and seek. Me. Eyes closed. 1, 2, 3. 4-year-old whispers, Daddy, can I hide in your shirt? I'll play this with my 5-year-old niece sometimes, and I'll pretend I don't immediately know where she is because I'm not a jerk. But if I do that for more than 10 seconds, she'll scream, I'm here! And then get surprised whenever I find her after she screams that. What is the logic? I just don't understand. Like, obviously they're young, but like, dude, you just screamed. Of course she's gonna find you. So in kindergarten, we had an in-class talent show, and I chose to break dance. The next day, I brought cardboard so I won't hurt myself when spinning on my head. It wasn't until I stood up in front of the whole class for my turn that I realized I didn't know how to break dance. Yo, funny story. One time I was at one of my birthday parties at this laser tag arena, and I had no idea how to break dance, and everyone started hyping me up, and I just started spinning on the floor for like no reason. I had no idea how to break dance, but I just started spinning, and everyone was like, ah! When I was 5, I thought Mount Rushmore just naturally looked like the presidents. The way sometimes a potato chip accidentally looks like Jesus. Yeah, the rocks just spawned in looking like that. Like they didn't even the people and the rocks looking the same was a complete coincidence, and the fact that they were all presidents was also a coincidence. A story from my childhood. One time when I was a wee lad. I'm not gonna do that stupid accent. I just saw wee lad and I kind of had to. I asked my mother if I could peel the potatoes. She said, yes, but be careful. I thought, why do I have to be careful? It's a potato peeler. That's all it can peel. To prove myself right, I went outside, pressed the peeler to my thumb quite hard, and shoved forward. It was at that moment I realized tools and utensils names can be misleading. I read that and like, oh my, now my thumb hurts. Did anyone else get like a tingly feeling in their thumb when they read that? Because I did. Why is my son sleeping on the floor like this? LMFAO. Yo, he's blending in. He is camouflaged with the other Spider-Mans. You have no idea which one is him. It could be the one on the left. It could be the one over there. It could be the one on the other side. And it could be the one in the middle. You have no idea. I can't tell personally at all. Just told my son they're popping fireworks for my birthday, and he believed me, and he said, they really love you, Daddy. Kid's so gullible. Bro, I mean, your kid is like, he thinks like you're like a hero. So, I mean, for him, it's not hard to believe that they're throwing a party for you, dude. I'm just saying. We wouldn't let him swim in the sea. He can't swim, and it's 6 degrees. Hey, man, there's never a better time to learn how to swim than in the middle of the winter when it's cold out and your son has no idea how to swim. Sounds like a perfect time to learn for me, so I don't know what the big deal is. Certificate of completion. Parent's signature. Mom. Yo, you know that kid wrote that down and they were like, they're never gonna see past this. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm gonna fool the whole school into thinking my mom actually signed this when she did it. A story from my childhood. I was at my grandmother's. She had one of those peppermint hard candies, and I looked at the bag. It said, not suitable for kids younger than 8 or something like that. I distinctly remember thinking, whatever, I'm 7, I'll be fine. And nearly the exact same moment I put it in my mouth, I sucked too hard and choked on it. I don't know why this reminded me of like those things on Legos that say like 2 to 99. So once you turn 100 years old, guys, you can no longer play with Legos, otherwise you will spontaneously combust. It's a sad, sad day for all those 100-year-olds out there. I'm sorry, guys. It's just how it has to be, man. I remember when I was younger, I thought perish was a good word. I was praying with my family one night, and I prayed that we would all perish. The silence that filled the room is unforgettable. Oh my god, dude, that's funny. Dear Lord in heaven, I pray that my family all perishes. If you can make this happen, I will be eternally grateful. Please make us all perish. When I was young, my older sister's sister would hide one of those really big pretzel sticks in a bag of small pretzels, and she'd pull it out and tell me that it was the rare Giga pretzel. She'd give me the special pretzel, but only if I did her chores. I thought this pretzel was completely different from the ones we had in a jar. Man, it's just survival of the fittest out here. I'm sorry, but you just got outplayed. You got outsmarted. It's not her fault, it's yours. Absolutely outswerved, outmaneuvered, outthought, out everything, man. This kid thinks he can counter Orton's RKO only on WWE Network. 5 seconds later. Hey, man, you didn't give him enough time to prepare, bro. You gotta give him time to like get ready and flex a little bit and, you know, prepare himself. Anybody can run out of nowhere and RKO somebody if they're not even expecting it. Just saying. When I was a kid, probably 6 or 7, I would see hotels in my city and think, why do we need hotels here? We live here, so why do we have hotels in our own city? They design hotels specifically for your family, and so they're only supposed to put them in places where you don't live. That fact that they was in a place where you live is just, it was just a critical error on their end. PSA, whenever I saw people dying in movies when I was little, I always thought they died IRL and sacrificed themselves for the movie. That was my 6-year-old brain. Dude, that is some dedication to the craft. That must have made watching the movie so much more sad, because they're like, oh no, I'm never gonna see them in another movie again because they're dead. So my 7-year-old brother took a bottle of Gatorade out of the cooler and decided to fling the excess water at me, getting water all over the ground. I said, hey dude, you're getting water everywhere. He got all the water off the bottle and went to go take out another one to fling water at my laptop, but slipped on the water so he got on the ground before it hit his head. He told me it was my fault because I didn't warn him there was water on the ground. Why does this image look like a Diary of a Wimpy Kid like page? Like, why is it on like a notebook page? When me and my brother were kids, we didn't know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, so we just made up our own rules, which included the rule where we both had to stick a strip of duct tape to each eyebrow, and whenever you lost, you had to rip them off. When you have to rip off the duct tape even if you win, it's still on your eyebrows? Yes. Yo, that sounds kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. The stakes are high. Something stupid happened. I'm not allowed to have my own cell phone, so my dad forced me to use his phone number. My dad has a Steam too and uses the same number. Today, my brother used my dad's account and cheated, and now my main account is VAC banned. It's true, and here is proof. My father will now write to, hello, I'm the father, and what my son says is true. He did not cheat. It was his brother on my account. Please unban him, Valve. Sincerely, the father. Please unban. I'm convinced, personally, I think Valve should unban this kid. It was obviously his dad typing. He proved, you know, that it was his brother, and the situation is resolved. When I was 7, my much older sister, who lived with us, was pregnant. She yelled to our mom that her water had broken. I went into the bathroom and turned on the tap and yelled back, the water isn't broken anymore. Let's go. The kid saved the day. Yeah, a round of applause. We have a hero living in this family right now. Back when I was 5 or 6, I stupidly shoved a pencil into a balloon, thinking I could draw on it. It popped, and thus began 10 years of an irrational fear of balloons. This person has like PTSD of balloons now. Every time they see a balloon pop, they just have like flashbacks. They get like triggered and they have to like sit down and go into like solitary confinement. As a kid, I used to think that if everyone in the world would go to sleep at the same time, night would skip and it would become day instantly. Yo, this kid plays way too much Minecraft. He's like, come on, everybody, go to bed or log off the server so we can sleep and it'll become day. I'm tired of these stupid phantoms flying around, knocking me over. We told our 3-year-old, don't be afraid of the dark, nothing will hurt you. So he decided nothing must be a monster that will hurt him, and now he's in our bed at 2:30 a.m. complaining that he's very afraid of nothing. And he's also not tired anymore. Can he have breakfast now? Dude, when I was a toddler, I used to get up at like 4 in the morning, go downstairs, wake my dad up and ask if he could make me waffles, and then I'd go outside in the backyard and eat waffles while I was on the swing. I don't know. I would do that like every night. Today, while my 6-year-old son was getting ready for a shower, he looked right into my eyes and said, "You know, Mom, I've tasted my own pee." Of course, I didn't believe him because he sees werewolves in his room and a bunch of other 6-year-old nonsense. I asked him how he tried it, and he explained that while he was in the shower, he took a lid off my shaving gel, peed in it, and took a sip. I knew then that he was telling the truth. He told me that it tasted terrible, so the next time he took a shower and tried it again. This mofo drank his own pee twice. He said it tasted like rotten soda. I made him swear to never drink it again and to never tell his soul. I can't really tell anyone that my kid is a pee drinker, so I decided to tell strangers on the internet. Your kid is kind of hardcore. He's like, I didn't like it, but you know what? Hey, I'll give him another chance. Maybe I just was on having a bad day, and if I drink the pee again, maybe it'll be a little bit better this time. I don't know. Maybe my taste buds were bugging out. This little girl thought a bride she saw on the street was the princess from her book. I'm crying. This is a kids are stupid moment, but this is a wholesome kids are stupid moment. Like, she has no idea. She's oblivious, but it's kind of nice, you know? Woman in my train carriage smoothly telling the conductor that her son is traveling free because he's only 4, while the kid repeatedly yells, "But I'm not 4!" Shh. You're 4, okay? We need the free trip. Come on, just shut your mouth. You're 4. My mother once threatened to make my brother, 6, and I, 4, sleep outside if we didn't get our room cleaned up. So we decided that we should probably spend the rest of our day preparing to sleep outside because that would be way easier than cleaning our room. Our bright idea was to dig holes for us to sleep in so that we could cover ourselves in leaves and sticks to act as blankets. So instead of my mom finding her sons cleaning the room, she found them digging their own graves in the backyard, which probably ended up taking more time than cleaning your room would have taken anyway, but I mean, kids don't know that. Once when I was 9, my teacher told me to write the most beautiful love story I could imagine, and I wrote a story about a shark and a horse who fell in love, and the horse jumped into the sea to be with the shark, but it drowned and died, and the shark was so sad that it also died. The teacher called my parents. This kid's writing tragedies at the young age of 9. Romeo and Juliet? No, thank you. I will be reading a Floozy's death, shark, and a horse story, because that's what they should assign to 3rd graders when, you know, when it's time for some summer reading. When in the car with my daughter, she has my phone running Spotify. We have a game where she plays any song ever, and I can guess the artist and title within seconds of listening. She believes I'm a musical genius. She's unaware the song info is on the title screen behind the wheel. I mean, she probably can't even read, so she's just like, what the heck? Mom, how much music do you listen to? How do you know all of these people? You know who amazes me? Feet. I don't know how that guy gets on every song, and he sounds different on like every song too, but man, he is on a lot of songs, and I don't really even know like who he is. I don't know the man behind Feet, but I guess he's probably really rich because he's on so many huge songs. So recently my little brother has been watching One Piece, and I told him it's a Japanese cartoon, and it's been 2 weeks since, and now he thinks he can speak Japanese because he can understand the characters. It's in English. Just let him have it, dude. He probably thinks he's in Mr. Worldwide over here. Yeah, you know, I watched one dub anime and basically can understand all of Eastern language. Not even just Japan. I can understand every language in Asia. When I was like 7 or 8 and I lost my tooth, I would clean it thoroughly and remove all the blood and flesh from it because I thought it increased its value. Yeah, because when I lost my tooth, I immediately went on the internet and I searched up eBay and I listed it on Craigslist and eBay and sold it for about $10,000. That is actually how I was able to buy the computer that I'm making this video on. It's true. I just lost a couple teeth, and you guys can do it too. A conversation I overheard of 2 kids today at the lake. Kid 1, come back here. Kid 2, about 30 meters away on a rubber boat. What? Kid 1, come here. Kid 2, I can't hear you. Come here so I can hear you. Kid 1, oh stop, I know you can hear me. Kid 2, no, I can't. Yeah, obviously he can't, dude. He's responding to all of your messages. He can't hear you. Mom just told me that when one of my sisters saw a chicken for the first time, aged 18 months, she laughed so hard she vomited. What? Wait, what is a chicken 18 months? What does that look like? I think this is just a normal. Am I missing something? Wait, were they 18 months? I'm so confused. This looks like a normal chicken to me, although they are pretty funny looking. My sister is dumb. So a few days ago, me and my sister were watching the Bratz Cinderella movie, and today she just realized that the story was like Cinderella. The main character's name was Cinderella. They just gotta be a little bit more observant, I'm sorry. When my son was 4, he saw a commercial that said, brushing alone is not enough to prevent cavities and tooth decay, so he made us start brushing our teeth with him. It's been 3 years. Nobody tell him. This kid's gonna be like moving out to college. He's gonna graduate high school, he's gonna be going to a different state to go to college, and he's gonna be like, wait a minute. You're telling me that you're not coming with me? No, you're going to college alone. What am I supposed to do when I have to brush my teeth? I have to brush them alone? I can't do that. That's not nearly enough to prevent cavities and tooth decay. What am I gonna do? When I was young and I'd go to bed, I would stare at the ceiling until I passed out. I was 9 years old when I found out about closing your eyes to go to sleep. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Come on. Come on. That is, I'm sorry. That's fake. It's fake. That gets the fake award from me. It's not true. They were like, what will get me a lot of upvotes on r/kidsarestupid? Oh, let me just make up a story that is like literally physically impossible. When I was 6 or 7, I really loved swinging on the swing set. A fun thing to do at my local grade school was to lean back as far as possible at the very top of our swing forward so we could watch the ground rush up toward us as we swung back down. It was spooky and thrilling and everything a 6-year-old future adrenaline junkie could ask for. One day, mid-swing, a brilliant idea dawned on me. This is a scary and fun experience when I'm holding onto the chains. It would be so much more exciting if I let go of them, right? To this day, I wonder if anyone saw some stupid little blonde girl just swing up, lean back, and with 100% confidence, backwards swan dive straight onto a faceplant on the ground. I don't know, but it probably looked pretty cool. You probably did a couple like 360s in the air, you know, hit a triple backflip gainer, you know what I mean? So my grandma is a dental hygienist and one of her patients is a teacher. She told my grandma that her first graders are swapping masks because they like the ones that their friends have better. And the teachers are just like, all right, well, I guess that's what happens. I'm not gonna step in and stop that from happening. I'm just gonna, you know, sit there and be like, I'm gonna tell my people at the dentist's office about that later. When I was about 8, I used to eat sweets at night, but after doing this for a bit, I needed to refill this mini suitcase I had that I stored my sweets in. I went down to the kitchen where the sweets were, but my mom was doing something in there at the time, so I told her to turn around and look at the wall whilst I refilled my sweets. I got caught. What? So she didn't listen to you? Oh my god. Wow, she betrayed your trust. You'll never be able to trust her again with anything. I knew a boy named Sean, regular class, teacher would call his name, and his twin named Sean, PE, would see his name only written at school when I was a kid. It was way too long till I realized they were the same kid. I remember when I was a kid, my grandpa made me a sandwich with cheese on it. Me being a picky child, I told him that I don't like cheese with holes on it. He said that don't eat the holes, and I just said okay and ate the sandwich. Well, I mean, hey, I guess your grandpa knows what he's talking about. When I was 5, I had an eyelash fall out and my mom told me to make a wish. Well, I dropped it before I could make it and began crying. My mom went to the bathroom and plucked one of hers to give me so I could make a wish. That's weird, but I guess kind of wholesome. Like, thanks, mom, but you don't really need to do that. As a kid, I heard my grandpa say the word and upon looking at the TV, I thought that the was a soldier. He was dressed in camouflage clothing. And back then, I wanted to be a soldier. So I could see where this is going. So one day at a dollar store, I was buying a toy police car, and the cashier was like, "Aw, do you want to become a police officer when you grow older?" And I replied, "No, I want to be a." Wow. She was probably like, "Oh, please leave my store." When I went to 1st grade, I made my mom a note that said, I know I'm a horrible son and I know you didn't want me, calling myself names, etc. When I got home, I gave it to my mom and she cried. I was confused because I thought she would be happy. I was the dumbest child out there. Why would she be happy about that? What? I'm so confused. Yes, I'm so happy that my son hates his existence on this planet and calls himself names all the time. Let's go. All right, that's enough stupid kids for me. I gotta get off.
I got blowing face when I'm rolling off a beat. You a stupid broke boy and your fit ain't clean. Yeah, what the fuck you mean? Like to keep my circle tight, I don't really like the scene.